Hello, my wonderful techies, and welcome to another episode of Lewis, the Tech Guy. My name is Lewis, and I'm the Tech Guy. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the Appbar, the wonderful, beautiful Appbar. And in this simple Appbar, I'm just going to do some stuff. We're going to talk about actions and leading and all that good stuff. So I took the out of the box template that comes with a new Flutter project, and I just added some stuff so we could practice. All right. See you soon. All right, welcome back. What we got here is I just started a brand new demo, a brand new application. I've removed all the side comments, or most of them anyways. And so what we're going to do is we're going to find our Appbar. So the Appbar is part of the scaffold, which is basically the center part of your whole widget tree, so to speak, right? And the Appbar for now has a simple title. We've all seen this, and as demonstrated earlier, this is our function. What we're going to do is we're going to add a little button up here that ties into that function as well. So the Appbar has a property called actions. So if I come in after this comma, I can type in actions, and it's a list of widgets. So you can see here, it takes a list of widgets. So it can take up to multiple widgets. So to start off, what we're going to do is we're just going to put an icon here, right? So I'm going to do icon, and that's going to be the package there. And it's going to accept icons dot and whatever icon we put in there. So as you can see, if I do icons and then I do dot, it gives me all the options of different types of icons I can put there. I can put, for example, a phone. So I'll put the phone here. Comma just for clarity's sake, and then I'm going to hot reload, and now you can see my phone here. Now notice this phone doesn't do anything because it needs to be an icon button. It needs to have an on press feature. So we're going to create an icon button, right? And the first property that the icon button takes is the on pressed. So for now, what we're going to do is we're going to return a debug print property that says phone was pressed. And then it takes an icon property, and this is where we're going to bring in our icon. Icons.phone, the phone, yep, there it is. And we're going to hot reload that. And now when I press it, it gives you your nice animation. And down here it says phone was pressed. All right, so, and if you're just curious, you can add I think an unlimited amount of these icons. Not that it makes sense from a user experience perspective, but it is possible. So if I hot reload that, and I can keep going on and on and on. So if I just copied all this, and then I pasted all that, and I hot reloaded that, you'll see a bunch of it, and I'll get this error because there's not enough space for all my silly icons. Okay, so let's change this up. We're going to change this to add. Hot reload that so we can get a nice little correction. I want to move this to the center, and you do that by going inside the Appbar, right? So we're in the Appbar, and then we tag it to the center title property, and that'll center your title regardless what orientation it is in. So I'm going to set that to true. Oh, not that. I'm going to set that to true. And we're going to hot reload this. And something happened. I don't know why is upset, what I messed up here. Center title, true. Import dart h. Okay, what? I'm not sure what happened there. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to center the title. We have our little button here. Now, what I wanted to do, instead of saying phone was pressed, I want to tie into our current function, the one that ties into this, that makes this go up. And I want to do the same thing. So I believe the function is called, oh, there you go, increment counter. So I'm just going to enter that. So I'm going to hot reload. And now, when I press this, this number should go up. And there you go. All right. So now I want a button over here that when I press it, this number goes down. So if I go back to my Appbar, inside my Appbar, there is a property called leading. So if I do my leading, I can again put an icon button there and bring that in. And for now on the on press, we're going to say, we're going to return a debug print that says this button was pressed. And under the icon property, we're going to bring in icons, the package, and we're going to say we want the icon of remove. And I believe the reason I'm getting this error is because I put an S there, it doesn't belong. So we're going to hot reload that, and voila. And then it says this button was pressed. But we don't want it to just simply say that. We want it to decrement this. So what we have to do is we have to create a function. So I'm going to do underscore, and I'm going to say decrement counter. And I'm going to use the magic of my IDE over here. And I'm going to say create method for decrement counter, right? So it returns void. And so for my decrement counter, just spelled incorrectly, I'm going to set state. So I'm going to set the state, and then I'm going to say get my variable of counter and minus minus. Okay, so let's see if I can fix this. I'm not sure. Let's see. Refactor, rename, and decrement counter. And refactor, the beauty of our IDEs, and it fixes it up here. Okay, so I'm gonna hot reload that. You can hot reload by doing this. I do control backslash, and I get a hot reload. So now, wait for it, drum roll please. If I click here, there we go. Now it decrements. All right, the last little thing we'll play with for today's video is we're gonna make this clickable and make it reset. So I'm gonna find my title here. So if I come here to title, text widget says widget.title. If I hold the control key and press on title, it'll bring me here. And it's saying that when I create this home page, this.title, so it's requiring a key and a this.title, and that's where the title comes from. So if I go up a little bit more for my material app, under the home page, it's saying pull in the class home page and give it the title of Flutter demo. And that's where we get the title Flutter demo. So I'm going to change that here, and hopefully it'll work. Earlier it was giving me some problems. And I'm going to type in reset. Now I'm going to hot reload that, and there we go. We got reset. Now notice nothing's happening because I haven't put any magic into it yet. So I'm going to come find my text widget, and through the magic of my IDE, I'm going to wrap it in another widget. So I'm going to wrap with a widget. So I'll say widget, child, and then I'll have my text title widget. And for the widget, I'm going to select a gesture detector. So what the gesture detector does is it makes this area so that way I can detect any gestures I put on it. So when I come over here, I'm going to do it after the child. I'm going to do a comma here, and I can do on, and I get all my options of what type of gesture I am looking for to make my action happen. So I'm going to select on tap, and just for now, just so we see it works, I'm going to debug print, and I'm going to say reset was selected. All right, so I hot reloaded that. Again, you can hot reload up here. You could do your keyboard shortcuts. I press reset, and there you go. Reset was selected. Now again, what we want to do is we want to reset this to 0. So let's come over here, and instead of doing that, we're going to delete that, and we're going to say reset counter. Now through the magic of the IDE, I'm going to select create method reset counter, which brings me down here to my methods. And in here, I'm going to select the set state operation here, or function. And I'm going to say, let's find our variable counter, and let's set it equal to 0. Now I'm going to hot reload that. And I'm going to select reset, wait for it, bam. And there you have it, some magic. And I know this isn't everything you can do with your Appbar, but at least it gets you started. All right, I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. If you like what you saw, please subscribe for more videos. Have a good day.